Hello and very welcome to my second YouTube video today with a better camera. Threw a bit money on it, and yeah, because the cell phone was overheating all the time, so it was frustrating. So hopefully the video quality is a bit improved. Today I want to talk about time management for beginners. And first, what is time management? I mean, we cannot manage time, right? The time is running and whatever you do, the clock is ticking, right? So you cannot manage, like you cannot stop the time from running by, right? Yeah, but what can you manage, right? So basically what is what is the one thing that is the same for each and every one of us, right? So if you look at an Elon Musk or a Warren Buffett or a president of the United States or even my mom, me, myself, you, we all have in common that we all have the same 24 hours a day or 168 hours a week. The only thing that is different between like a Warren Buffett or an Elon Musk or myself or my mom, right? So or you or your teacher or whoever, right? So the only difference between each other is what we do in this time, right? What do we do in this 24 hours a day or this 168 hours every week? There's a huge difference, right? So some people work 120 hours a week. Other people go to just work 40 hours a week, right? So financially there's a difference, emotionally there's a difference, relationship-wise there's a difference, right? So and basically what I've also figured out is what we can plan our day, right? We can get so efficient, we can get so excited about time management, right? So to make the last minute, the last second count, plan every minute of our day, but at the end, you have to follow through, right? So you can plan it out, right? So you can take hours and hours and plan, but at the end, you have to follow through. And what I figured out very early is that there's a difference in energy, actually, right? So um, some people call it our discipline, right? Some other people call it willpower. I call it like energy, right? So how much energy, like a battery, right? So how much energy do you have, right? Or is like yogis call it prana or whatever, right? So in the morning I have a different energy level than at noon or later in the day. So that energy level is also changing, right? So based on the activities, but also based on the drive I have, right? So if I really love to do something, or if I really get into a topic, my energy goes up actually, right? So and when I'm not that excited, my energy level goes down. That's a very simple and broad thing, but it's for beginners, right? So then the next thing is there's a limiting factor, and this limiting factor is the willpower. What is willpower? Willpower is kind of the thing after you slept, your body is very relaxed and in a very energetic state. Yeah, so you have lots of willpower, and it's oftentimes it's described as barrel, right? So like your willpower is a fixed kind of barrel, and over the day you deplete it, right, until it's gone. And yeah, if I figured out by measuring my emotions and my energy levels, and it's a subtle thing, right? But we can measure it actually. I will put a scale in the description, and you can download it if you like, right? And you can do it for yourself. The scale from 1 to 10 or 1 to 15, and 1 is low and 15 is high, right? So and a few times a day I put a cross or a number in, like is my energy level like at a 1 or 2, right? Really low, or is it really high, like a 14, 15, right? Like this, or something in between, right? And the longer I started doing it, the better I was able to feel into myself and make a distinction between, oh, the energy level is high and the energy level is low. Beauty with this one is that I also can match it with my date planning, right? So I have A, my energy level, and B, my date planning. And I can compare it, like what have I done and how was my energy, right? So basically that. So, but again, why? Why do I measure my energy level, right? So why do I do this stuff? I'm a crazy person, right? So, um, the idea is if I plan my week and get extremely efficient, but I don't have the power, the willpower, the energy to fulfill whatever I planned, right? So I don't have the willpower to get up to do discipline stuff, for example, right? So if it doesn't make that much fun, you have to learn to get fun into it, or you have to use our willpower, right? So basically, those options are there. There are different options, sure, but basically, these are the main options. Yeah. The next thing is, what can I do to increase my energy level or my willpower, or what can I do to increase my personal power or my discipline, right? So, or basically, it's all connected, right? So it doesn't really has that much to do with time. I mean, sure, what we fill up our time with, the actions, like how I fill up the hours every day, makes a difference in how much energy I have, right? So if I talk to certain people, I might get depleted, or if I talk to certain people, my energy goes up, for example, right? I get excited. Um, there are lots of people that are recommending to measure the energy level, right? What you can measure is what you can manage. Peter Drucker already said this, right? He's a management coach, right? So he knows how to manage, right? So if you can manage people, you can manage time, right? Or you have to manage time, yeah? Or your energy level, right? So, but what you can measure is what you can manage. That's a very important thing, and it worked for me very well actually for over decades. Okay, so when we got into this measuring stuff, and how do we get more energy, right? So measure it to even get a scale, right? So that's the very first thing. Then the second thing is, what can you do? What is willpower, right? So for most people, willpower is like health, right? So it's so undefined. It's a Bengalic nut, right? So, please do this little thing and close your eyes and imagine a Bengalic nut. What is that, right? Imagine the size, the form, the taste, the smell, and actually this thing doesn't exist, right? So basically, you have if you don't have a picture, if you don't have an image of something, if you don't have something to grasp, to get a hang on, then what do you want to manage, or what is there, right? So what is willpower? How does the willpower feel, right? There's a wonderful exercise. I can show you this one, and this is how you learn to feel willpower, right? That's incredible. I learned this technique from a Sufi master. It's basically you take your thumbs, you put them down, put them on the side like this, and hold this position for 20 minutes, and you will see that the power, that force you will need to hold up this arm, right? So your shoulder gets fatigued and all that, right? So and gets sore over time. But the power you need to hold up the arm is your willpower. Actually, that is basically the easiest way to find your willpower. What if you're crazy, right? If you're so crazy like me, stop the video and do this, right? 20 minutes, put a timer on, and 20 minutes the arm up. I can do it with you in another video. Just leave a comment. I don't mind, right? So I did this lots of times. Now you know how does willpower feel, right? So and if you know how it feels, you're able to sense it, right? So you are able to sense willpower, and you also are able to like step by step tune into your body and feel your willpower depleting or rising, right? So and this actually helps to do this notes, right, from the scale from 1 to 15 or 1 to 10, right? So or minus 15 to plus 15, right? So like that. That is a very important thing, and I think it's so. It sounds so easy. It sounds so simple, but it's often so much undervalued. Yeah. Okay, now we got the scale. I repeated them a few times, so it really sticks in your mind, right? It's also another technique to learn faster and to remember stuff, right? So repetition is a wonderful thing, and the scale. The second thing is feel the willpower, right? If you know how to feel it, it's wonderful. 3. The third thing is keep at least a diary. If you don't plan your week already, if you're really like in the beginning stage, start keeping a diary, right? Like who did you met, right? So who did you talk to? What have you done? Stuff like that. Note it down, right? So what is going good? What is going bad? And also do the scale, right, 2 or 3 times a day, right? So in the morning and the evening, right, for example, or every like a minute for before lunch, right? So you can do it even on your phone, right? Just a little scale in Notion, I can highly recommend for that stuff. Or just a simple to-do list or whatever, right? So like that. And this way you are starting to get a grasp on time and get a feeling for time, for basically for your energy in this case, right? Right. So because what you do in the time matters, right? And this is all the difference, right? So if you have more energy to do more stuff, you can also follow your schedule, right? So if you have more energy and know what energy level you have, you can plan according to your energy, right? So according to your willpower, right? It was like this for me, right? When I was beginning, I didn't know what to plan when, right? So I did like social occasions and sales calls and stuff like that on one day, and then on another day I did other stuff, right? So, but then measuring it, just to give you an example, you will find out what works for you, right? So for me, social gatherings are very depleting, right? So my energy level goes down. But I also know people that they are like have this extroversion, and the energy level goes up if the more people they talk to, the more energy they get, right? The more excited they get. It's so important to figure out what is the right thing for you, right? And then you can plan how much energy am I losing, or how much energy will this task cost me in a way, right? So, and will I have enough energy to go on with my other tasks? Yeah. So, for example, an annual tax report, I wouldn't do after. So, I personally wouldn't do after a social gathering, for example, right? So that's just a hint how this will benefit you, right? So you know how to plan what, right? So if you have the freedom to select to fill your day, this is a huge game changer in what to do at the days, right? So again, you have 168 hours a week. Like if you sleep 8 hours a day, like at night, you sleep 56 hours a week. 168 hours minus 56. So you have still 112 hours for doing whatever, right? For yourself, right? So, and 8 hours sleep is a lot, right? So normally you don't need to sleep that long. You can sleep more efficient and stuff. Do what you want, right? If you plan it right, and if you have energy to do stuff in this time, right? So that's really important. And then imagine how much time do you have over the span of a month, a span of a year, a span of 10 years, right? So you can do so much stuff, and there's so much possible. Also, if your energies are getting higher, you become a more pleasant person, right? And you are a warmer parent, for example, or you have more energy to be in a good mood for your kids, or with your kids, your husband, your friends, your wife, right? So it can all lead to that one. How to get more energy? Basically, energy and emotion is energy in motion, right? So or willpower, right? Is I figured out for myself, and by listening and reading to so many autobiographies and audiobooks and motivational speakers. And the common thing is that when people get up in the morning, especially if they are like people that accomplish something extraordinary in some way, they get into movement in some way, right? So, for example, yogis do yoga, right? So, or athletes do some athletic stuff. Businessmen, because it's very convenient, most of the time go running in the morning. So, because running, you get sweating, right? So you have the whole body moving, or have this jumping movement, right, while you're running. Some people do the trampoline or stuff, right? For me personally, worked very good. What worked very good was for me running, for example. I chose a mountain in front of my door, and then I was just running up and down. It was very hard at the beginning, but there are also like steps, like there are baby steps and techniques how you can get yourself to get out of bed in the morning and go for a walk even, right? So, or go running, right? So like that, there's oxygen flooding your lungs, and your hormones got triggered. Your metabolic system got activated, right? So if you have like a few kilos too much, your metabolic system is activated, and you lose weight because you start burning, but not by doing it one day, right? On 2 days. You need to do it regularly, at best every day, at least 3 or 4 times a week. But my recommendation is do it every day, because there's something called momentum. Example I found is like if you think about a train, right? And once it starts, it takes lots of energy to start out, right? It's so much energy that this machine is putting in it to even get a millimeter to the stop, right? But but once it got started, it is running and running and running and running very fast. And to stop this machine, it's very difficult, right? So it's running, and if you try to stop it, you need lots of energy to even stop it, right? But now imagine if you start something in the morning, like on day 1, you do it on day 1, day 2, and day 3 don't do it. The train is losing power, right? It's losing speed. And then if you do it, don't do it for 2 days or 3 days, you need a loss of power to get it moving again, right? So and if you do it like breaks every day or every week, every few days, you do breaks into your schedule, like the running thing. You lose power, and you have to use up a lot of willpower and lots of energy to get it starting again, right? So it's a wonderful analogy for this one. And actually, I can my personal experience. I mean, it might be different for you, but in my personal experience, and like everybody I would say almost everybody I talk to, they are like, if they got on to an exceptional level, like a level of excellence, they don't start something and then stop it, right? So Elon Musk doesn't start business then stop it, right? So in 2 days off, if he starts, he goes on and on and on and on and does it until he's there, right, where you want to be, and he starts another locomotive, right? So, or another train, yeah. So like that. Yeah, this is kind of the secret of momentum. It's interesting, right? So time management. What you think about time management, like getting the minutes and crunching and being more and more efficient and stuff. But what time management really is, it's a completely different thing, right? That was so mind blowing for me when I got this realization and doing and crunching all the minutes and numbers and hours and days to the maximum, right? But was getting frustrated because I didn't have the energy to fulfill what I was playing. So I need to look into that one, right? So that's also food. Food is a very important thing, and yeah, I was really digging into food, and the most energetic food actually is uncooked food. So just try it out. Eat 2 days just raw food, right? Raw vegetables, fruits, like that, and just try to do this for a few days. You won't die on that one, right? So if you eat a few days just salad, right? So like that, but you will see you will have way more energy in this time. Yeah. There's also like a fasting that is very good to regain your energy and refill your batteries and stuff like that. But this is something for another chapter. But today I think we covered so much, and I don't even know how long I'm talking already. But yeah, it was wonderful. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope you got a new idea, a new perspective on time management, because what really matters is, again, measuring energy, like raising your energy, and don't stop the momentum. Yeah, that's basically it. Thank you.